I'm going to start off this makeup routine using the Dermacell moisturizer. It looks like this, and I'm just going to apply this all over my face. Because we are going for a really radiant look today, I like to really prep and hydrate my skin to give it a more supple, luminous look. And then I'm going to be going in with my e.l.f. Prep and Hydrate Balm. Looks like this. I'm nearly out of this, but I'm just going to apply it all over my face as well. And then press this into my skin. And lastly, for priming, I'm going to be using my Benefit Professional. Lately, I've been using exfoliating cleansers, and my face has really been clearing up. Like, my forehead had a lot of bumps, and now it's looking pretty good. For foundation today, I'm going to be using my Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation Plus Concealer into Alabaster, as well as my NYX Born to Glow Liquid Illuminator in the shade Gleam. I'm just gonna take a little bit of this illuminator on the back of my hand, and it's quite pigmented. I actually probably took too much, but it's fine. And actually, I'm just gonna apply this illuminator underneath my foundation first, just because I put a little bit too much on my hand, so I'm just gonna apply this and then apply the foundation illuminator mix. Now I'm just gonna mix the two together on the back of my hand, and it looks like this. Now I'm just going to be applying this all over the face. This also makes the foundation a little bit less thick, which I like because this foundation can tend to get a little bit heavy.
Blending it in with this Morphe brush.
As you can see, this foundation has extremely good coverage. Just a quick side note, to help me blend in my foundation, I used this Peter Thomas Roth Aloe Tonic Mist, and that just kind of helped everything blend together. And now I'm going to be using my Instant Age Rewind Eraser of Dark Circles Concealer in the shade Neutralizer. And I'm just going to take this underneath my eyes and in the inner corner. Okay, so I don't get very bad under eyes, but right here it gets like really black in my inner corners, and it's really weird. So, yeah. I'm just going up on the sides of my nose as well, on my chin, and on my forehead. And I'm going to blend it in with a blending sponge. I think this is a L'Oreal sponge. And after I did that, I'm just going to set my under eyes with the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette Contour in the shade Dolce de Leche, and I'm obviously going to be using the lighter side, and I'm going to be doing that by using the Multitask Cheek Brush by Real Techniques. This is just going to help lighten up my under eyes even more. but also really make sure that they are set in place. And for liquid highlighter, I'm going to be using the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Moonstone. And just applying that to the high points of my cheeks and the tip of my nose and Cupid's bow and right above the brow bone. Blending that in with the same sponge. And now I'm going to be using my Call Me Maple contouring stick by Wet n Wild and just using that very lightly just to give a nice little bit of a glow and definition, but looking very natural. And then a little bit to the forehead. The most complicated part for me for contouring is actually my forehead for some reason. I feel like that should be the easiest part because it's just a wide open space. But I think that's what makes it hard for me actually. And I'm actually going to just go a little bit on the outer corner of my lid just to help out my eyeshadow later. And then to set the rest of my face, I'm just going to be using my e.l.f. Skin Balancing little balls. And I'm going to be applying this with the Multitasking Powder Brush by Eco Tools. And this powder does a pretty good job of setting the face. And now I think I want to move on to eyeshadow actually. Okay, so for my eyeshadow look today, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Best Year Ever 2018 palette. This was a holiday palette, and here are all the shadows. There are 24 eyeshadows, a blush, a highlighter, and a bronzer. And so to start off the look, I'm just going to be going into Spiked Cider right here and just applying that very wispily into my crease using a Morphe M505 brush. And so this is just kind of giving me some light color in my crease just to give some definition. And now I'm going to be using Faux Fur Only and just applying that a little bit more concentrated on the outer corner. And then I'm just going to take a Spiked Cider on a smaller brush and take it underneath of the eye. And now for the exciting part, the lid. I'm going to start off with this e.l.f. Smudge Spot in Back to Basics. And I'm just going to take it and apply it on like 3/4 of the lid. That's kind of what it looks like. Just applying that where my lid goes. And now I'm going to be going into a mixture of Hollow and Party Over Here, which are these two shades, and just applying those to my lid as well. What I'm doing is just basically intensifying the smudge pot that I put on my lid. What a smudge pot does is just intensifies the color that you put on top. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm going to be taking this e.l.f. Little highlighting eyeshadow in Brushed Copper. So I'm going to be taking this and lightly applying it to my lid. And to go in the inner third of my eye to lighten the whole look up. I'm just going to go back in with that first brush and just kind of blend everything out because the main focus is the lid and I don't want to take away from that with the other shadows. And for eyeliner, I'm going to be using a Makeup Geek gel liner in Mobster. It's just a nice brown shade, and I'm going to be taking this Morphe little angled brush to do so. Okay, so here is what the eyes look like. I just winged them out a little bit. And for my inner corner, I'm just going to be going into Hollow by itself. And also my brow bone, like, look at her glow. This is such a good palette. Highly recommend. Okay, so on to bronzing. I'm going to be using my Butter Bronzer in Light Bronze. Using that same Eco Tools brush. Usually when I go radiant, I don't like to use a super crazy amount of contour, so I'm just going to lightly bronze. And I'm also going to be contouring my nose with this. And for blush, I'm just going to be using the blush in the palette. It is Will You Marry Me? And to do that, I'm going to be using this angled brush. And for highlighter today, I'm going to be using #blessed first. And I'm going to be applying that to the tip of my nose, and the bridge, and the Cupid's bow, and taking another Eco Tools brush, just applying it of my cheeks. I'm also going to be going into my Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighter in Precious Petals. And for mascara today, I'm going to be using my Voluminous Lash Paradise by L'Oreal, I think. And since the mascara gets quite clumpy, I like to use my Benefit Roller Lash and just kind of get the clumps out. But also add more benefits of a different mascara. Get it? Benefits. I'm so funny. And for lips, I'm going to be taking my e.l.f. Sweet Cherry Lip Exfoliator. This kind of hurts. And then I'm going to be taking this Wet n Wild Gel Lip Liner. And lining my lip. Then I'm going to be taking this e.l.f. lip tint in Grapefruit. I love to use this during school because you don't have to really look at what you're doing. You can just pop it on in class and it's super good. And lastly, I'm going to be using the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Creme Brulee. Ooh. Those glossy lips honestly add so much to the look. And then using the Peter Thomas Roth spray once again. Oh, what I look. Living for this lip combo though. And my brows, I just plucked them so I have a super nice line and I'm living for them. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked it, please make sure and give it a big thumbs up, and go down below, hit the subscribe button, and make sure to hit the notification bell right next to it so you can be notified every time I upload a video. Thanks for watching!